individuals in LA County Jail, they're purposely contracting the coronavirus. They're trying to spread it amongst their fellow inmates. They're trying to contract it themselves. They feel as if they're going to get out of jail and basically sidestep legal repercussions. I mean, by contracting the virus, they're just going to get released. No matter how much time they're facing, no matter what it is they're in jail for, if they get the virus, they're going to get out and be free. And chances are they'll be just fine. That's what people are telling themselves. We got politicians living a fucking lie, destroying the planet. And we got inmates wiling out like industrial-sized toddlers, destroying themselves. It is what it is. People are very ignorant and childish. And accountability, fuck, man, it went out the window a long time ago. Everybody's brainwashed into feeling like a victim, homie. That's why 6ix9ine claims to be a victim. That's why when we're busted, homie, even if we're repeating our mistakes, we're encouraged to view it as an injustice. Like, I don't deserve to be here. I should be able to do dope, rob, motherfucker, do whatever I want. You know what I mean? It's that mindset, fool. Instead of learning from our mistakes and continuously evolving past the addictions and character defects, the false entitlements, the self-sabotaging life aspects, homie. This shit, not only does it destroy the planet, but it leads to you rotting in a fucking cage. It leads to you losing either your life or your freedom, homie. It is what it is. Mistakes, homie, happen. We all make mistakes, and we're supposed to vow to learn from them at some point and evolve past them. We're not supposed to be defensive of our mistakes and try to rationalize them and repeat them until we die some pointless death. That's what everybody's doing. Politicians, the middle class, the lower class, everybody's wilding out for blood diamonds, Xanax, alcohol, fame, sex, money. Nobody wants to grow the fuck up. Nobody wants to lead by example, earn the right to be on this planet. That's not what our society encourages, okay? But not everybody's held accountable to the same degree. A lot of these individuals that claim to be such good people simply have an orthodox disguise. I mean, you know, it is what it is, but majority are drinking and driving and cheating on their wives, crossing lines, either to satisfy themselves or to make an extra buck or two, destroying the environment with the corporation. You don't believe me? You think only gang members are committing atrocities? Let me go ahead and clarify. Majority of all sexual acts committed against children are not perpetrated by G's, all right? Gangs and poverty, they don't manifest from thin air. When that corporation owner, who is not a gang member, who's not from the hood, right? When that corporation owner capitalizes on slave labor and extracts resources and employment opportunities, it creates a lower class dilapidated region. That's how poverty and gangs form. But not everybody's held accountable to the same degree. You got people utilizing financial status in a disguise, homie. You know what I'm saying? It's creepy, but that's what leads to many individuals living a lie, homie, and being able to point at gang members. I'm a good person as long as I don't look like gang member. That's fucking crazy. I mean, what about world-destroying tendencies? What about blood diamonds? What about all the creepy things that are done to children? What about how gangs and poverty form? These creeps in power know damn well they rely upon it. They don't only do that to maintain their positions of wealth and power, homie. They do it to create poverty in the lower class. They do it to maintain scapegoats so they can demonize and villainize individuals and deflect accountability away from them. So you got to understand that people in jail, homie, that are contracting the virus to try to get out and be free, there's no rationalizing that shit. They're lowering themselves to the level of the world-destroying elite. And them world destroyers in power, they're no better than the gang members or inmates or whoever they utilize as scapegoats. They maintain those cycles. They create those cycles intentionally and knowingly to maintain their control and their power and to perpetuate their financial wealth. And eventually our resources are going to deplete more and the population is going to expand more. Then the elite are going to thin the herd. They'll do whatever's necessary to maintain their positions. There's islands out there, though, where these politicians go and they do horrible things to children, homie. You know, it's unspeakable atrocities taking place. And the reason why we can't hold those individuals accountable, we can't unite and evolve alongside each other, is because we're lowering ourselves to their fucking level. Every time we decide to repeat our mistakes knowingly and intentionally, knowing that we're a detriment to the ones around us, knowing that children and animals are being messed with and hurt and killed, homie, and preyed upon. Come on, man. A good example is meth. A lot of individuals feel as if it's my body, it's my right. Alcohol, meth, Xanax, all of them are damaging in different ways, but we're going to choose to use just meth as a random example, okay? People feel it's their body and their life, you know? Meth is just another substance to entertain and satisfy themselves with because life revolves around our satisfaction, right? Wrong, homie. We got to earn our right to be on this planet. Life does not revolve around us, let alone our entertainment or satisfaction. Those are false entitlements. Those are world-destroying tendencies, homie. How the fuck is that an entitlement, homie? To destroy the world, fool? Satisfy yourself like a child, homie? Check this shit out. That's why misery takes place. That's why there is no true satisfaction or fulfillment. You're cheating, homie. By telling yourself you can ingest a substance that leads to children being raped, chopped up, murdered, homie. Meth leads to people being sleep deprived. It leads to people hallucinating. It leads to trafficking. It leads to predatory acts. That's what it does. There's thousands of documented cases revolving around meth, alcohol, Xanax, every substance basically aside from THC, causing people to rape and murder, homie. Children, you know? So you can't rationalize just because you feel that you're satisfied by something, or you feel that life revolves around you and you're the center of the fucking universe. That's what society encourages. That's how the elite maintain their power. If people were able to evolve past that self-sabotaging and world-destroying ideology, bro, they would discover that their health and freedom, homie, is something of value that they possess more internally than this society wants them aware of. That will basically be a threat to the elite, man. That's not how they maintain their power. The masses uniting and evolving alongside each other and reflecting on what is paramount and appreciating the paramount life aspects, bro, that leads to progression, unity. That leads to solution, logic, discipline, sustainability, all that. And that's not how the elite maintain their position. So you got to understand that instead of defending the inmates doing this shit, or instead of blindly villainizing them, let's take a step outside that box and recognize that it's very easy, homie, to be a hypocrite. And there's a lot of false entitlements to hold on to, right? But what about logic? What about truth, homie? What about solution? Anxiety, depression, it's a profitable enterprise. That's why they encourage you to take Xanax, drink, love blood diamonds. Villainize people, use them as a scapegoat. Don't learn from their atrocities and vow to be better or raise the bar, homie, or lead by example. Just distract yourself or entertain yourself with whatever going on. That's how everybody keeps on repeating their same bullshit, homie, until they die a pointless death. Our planet's destruction is testimony to this shit. The statistics that prove 85% of our population are strung out on alcohol, anti-anxiolytical drugs, antidepressants, dope. I forced myself to go to college for this shit not too long ago, homie. I got my GED in jail, luckily, or I would not have been allowed into college. I was allowed in, homie. And I got behind enemy lines and I studied the enemy, bro. The enemy being human beings, dog. They're destroying the world, homie. They view themselves like gods, fool. People are crazy. Human beings are crazy. There's exceptions, but it's rare. And we salute the exception. We bend over backward. We put our fucking spine on the line. That's why this movement exists. For the rare exception. The human beings out there that aren't world-destroying creeps, homie. But come on, man. I started to learn that majority of people, they're relying upon substances. They're miserable. They're empty inside. They're creepy. They're damaging, homie. And there's nothing that's going to intervene in that process. Literally until they die a pointless death. Reality. It's never too late to turn things around and embrace reality, homie. To earn our right to be on this planet and to acquire a point to our existence, homie. It's got to tie into more than just sex, fame, and money. Blood diamonds and designer clothes made by child slaves. That shit crazy as hell. There's a reason why they got y'all glorifying that shit.